Well, it's that time again. It's Monday. It's time. It's been a warm week. A lot of cartons. Cans and bottles. It's been a warm week. For the week ahead, well, nothing gaming is not until Thursday sport-wise, so it'll be a quiet one. Well, the new gaming week begins on One Word by Dojoran. As you saw in last week's edition, it's the one where, similar to crypto, where that's a rather cryptic clue. This one is about doing word searches, so we'll just use an example. So pick a famous character, and obviously you've got to think of a name, so that would be charm. Obviously you've got to find the word charm exactly. So a completely new game, given that it was only out today, the 21st, called Shiro, and it's sort of like an explorer, so you've got a, bit of a platformer. The reason we've got it is an Axtillion, so any regular viewers remember that we completed all 27 Axtillion games, including the updates, and now they're bringing out 2 more. This one is on Windows today, next week the Xbox version of this, and then the Xbox and Windows version of the other one. But yep, Shiro, so we're going to have a go on it.
So, final time at the DW as it stands this year. Well, in fact, final time whether we win or lose, because we won't be playing next week or the week after. We're going to put the light show on, the smoke, but a bit of Ferrari don't do much when you've got an East stand that is as empty as that. There's a bit of a memorable, it's Gildar's cousins leading them out. So, statistics for this one, 470 overall. 427 for Wigan, 30 against Leeds, who become only the 3rd team joining St Helens and Warrington, who we've seen Wigan face 3-0 times. Could be a 205th home win, could also be a 70th home loss, it's got to happen eventually. 17 wins, 12 losses, a 1-game losing streak from the 14-0 when we sat up in luxury a couple of weeks ago. Looking to avoid consecutive losses. It's a 38 rugby league in 2021, which means we beat last year's 37 no matter what happens. However, it's 67 sport attendances for the year, and because of obviously the football disappearing, 75 looks impossible for this year, so 65 it looks like it might be what we end on this year, but you never know what happens the next couple of weeks. Wigan Leeds at over the good. Well, half-time DW, and well, it's as you wait really at half-time, because it's Wigan 0, Leeds 0. Well, to say disappointing is an understatement. Embarrassing is more summing it up. We've now played Leeds here twice in a month, and we ain't scored a single point against them. Obviously a couple of weeks ago it wasn't as important. Tonight it now means that Wigan end the season 0. So that's a good way to end the season. You don't know who the new coach is going to be, and we've been 0. Well done. In terms of sport and week, well, we don't know what's coming next. We may be back down this way on Sunday for the academy, and maybe back down on Saturday. May end up going to St Helens to watch the women's semi-finals, but we'll soon see. But as far as Wigan senior is concerned, that's it. Big screen stage 2022 coming soon. Yeah, the year might be, but I don't think Wigan as a threats are going to be. That's for sure. A lot to be done.
Well, that's the sport done for tonight at least. Whether it's done for the week, we'll see, depending on what happens. Well, gaming time, as you can see, one called Dojoran, recommended by gaming partner. Well, it's Friday and it's record time. For the first time in a while, it's actually an individual record time, which is more ironic considering that we did a bit of an injury before going to Wigan last night. So having a back injury is not a good idea, especially worse when you've ended up doing a full final round, but all in good fun. 1845 is the new record, and whenever we get close to half of 100, I mean 1900, could it ever be done? You never know. In terms of the week, because it's the only one that went over 1800, it's a fair distance from the previous best. You can see it's 8917. Now any previous viewers will know that, was that 8916? Because in all the haste of a new job and all the sports and that, we'd miscounted from the 3rd of September, so there was one missing every day. It's all been now updated. It didn't change any major significance. The previous record went up to 1830 instead of 29. Nothing else changed, obviously. Those two are a little quick closer than they were, but 8873 for the week. In terms of the overalls, 500,000, I'd say about a week away. Should be done by the end of September, you would think, but we'll see. Could be the 1st of October. It'd be a guaranteed best month because September now, unless I have a serious injury and can't do anything at all, can't really stop from being taken over to August because it only eats 6,800 in 4 days and the average per day is 1,700. So, yep, good way to enter the weekend. 123s across the board. Well, as you can see, we're back on Dojoran, and as always, the famous phrase: the nice work or achievements unlocked in this game. Quite a bit of a challenging platformer, to be honest. There's 28 levels on the game, the achievements are only 5, but it's fun to keep playing for the fun of it. So, yep, another completion under wraps. Last sport and attendance of the year, bar an absolute change, but that's hard to see it happen. So it's 471 overall, 428 for Wigan, 3rd against Bradford 19. So far so good. Played 2-1-2, both here. Looking for 205th home win, 210th game between the DW and Robin Park Arena. Looking to avoid 3 consecutive losses, obviously, because of women last week and Leeds on Thursday. 39th Rugby League for the year, which beats 2020, but is a long way away from, I think, the previous best of 2019. I think we did 60 plus. And obviously 63 sport and attendance for the year, so the goal of 50 was well done, but sadly 75 won't be it this year. But Wigan Bradford 19s, it's over to a good end to the sport in the year. Pass that wide for Wigan, he's escaped one defender, he's through and he's clear. The Wigan number 5 dives over, Wigan 4, Bradford now. So Wigan conversion attempt number 1, number 3, nope. Nice passage of play. And then again, out on the far side. Wigan 8. Bradford now. So, attempt number 2. A bit of a fair distance to this one. Well, it doesn't make the post, so that's definitely not gone. Touches down. He has given it as well. Starts another one. Wigan 12. Bradford now. Oh, conversion attempt number 3. He's successful. So that's Wigan 14. Bradford now. Nice break this. Passed on. And again, and again, and again. Winger ties in, takes the corner back out. And he's given it. So that's Wigan up to 18 now. That's the distance. Nope. Didn't care in time. So there we go. Plated and fun. Half time, Wigan 19, 18. Bradford 19. Ooh, he hasn't gone over yet. He has now. That's Wigan in for the first score of the second half. Wigan 22, Bradford now. It's got the distance. Nope. Down he goes. There's a signal. Wigan 26. Bradford now. Distance. And through the middle. So, Wigan 19 is 28. Bradford now. Bradford will break down the wings. There's no catching him. Zigzagging past the defender. And he's in. There's no nil-in fit balls today. Wigan 28, Bradford 4. Swung, it's got the distance. And it's successful. So that's Wigan 28, Bradford 6. Bradford, nice attack this. Then again, they are in again, back to back. Wigan 28, Bradford 10. Conversion attempt number 2 for Bradford. And he's over again. It's Wigan 28, Bradford 12. Forward. Still 5 over in the end though. It has been given, so Wigan do end the Bradford 3. Wigan 32, Bradford 12. Over it goes, Wigan 34, Bradford 12. On this like camera means we missed that one. Bradford have gone in. To put the gap further. So Wigan 34, Bradford 16. Over it goes. There we go, 34-18. He has been touched down, so Wigan 38, Bradford 18. So conversion attempt is a possibility of a 40 points. Sweeped over and through the sticks. And there you go, there's the full time. Wigan Warriors 19s, 40, Bradford Goals 19s, 18. So full time at Robin Park Arena is 205th home win for me. And as we said earlier on, last sport and attendance of the year, unless something drastically changes between now and the end of December. So it's a great way to end the sporting year on a high. Wigan 19-40, Bradford 18. Oh. To close the week's gaming, we are on Flaskoman. So let's see how this one goes as we end the week's gaming. A game with only 10 unlocks, so not the hardest to do. Flying Islands do have a reputation of being quite quickly with the unlocks on the first one. You can see the nice work, all unlocks. All achievements unlocked in this game. The thing with being Flying Islands that they did do, is it Mushroom Saviour? There's another mushroom one, there was 2 mushroom ones he did. And it was along a similar lines to what this is, where the first update was about, you can see 10 levels done. And then the second update was something like 10 to 20 and then 20 to 30. 32 levels overall. So we're not going to go any further because if there is a future update and we've already completed the level, it may void it. But yeah, pretty good completion to end the week.